StubHub Center in Carson, California. Team American practicing in preparation for Saturday's NFLPA Collegiate Bowl. We're going to take you inside the one-on-one drills, O-line versus D-line.
Come
73 there on the O-line, Devontae Harris, 290-pound lineman from App State, who actually began his career as a D lineman.
84-inch wingspan, which is pretty good. One of the top ones here at this game.
Yeah, he's got good size, good feet too. He's got a offensive tackle's body, and the feet look like they're good enough, which means that he's a prospect based on just those measurables alone. Don't knee bend. Waist bend, I should say. That's why the rusher escaped.
Dale Pearson right there. Sack a second ago.
Bill, why is it imperative for those linemen not to bend their knees, not to bend at the waist?
They got to bend their knees. They cannot bend at the waist.
Bend at the waist, yeah.
Once they bend at the waist, they allow the defender to come over or around them. They can't recover. They're going into the ground. And that's the cardinal sin for an offensive lineman. If you find a guy that's a waist bender, the odds of changing him are not good, and the odds of success are almost zero.
Garrett Mayweather, number 76, was taking his helmet off from Fordham. They really do like his play. And there's number 99, USC, Antoine Woods. And
yeah.
A little bit of the same today, you know, blowing by guys in the phone booth. And now he's using some of that skill on the outside to beat you with some speed.
Well, you know, he's one of those guys we were just talking about not going down the middle.
Yeah.
For a defensive lineman. Don't go down the middle of an offensive lineman, but he can because he's got that ability to walk the he's got that power to walk the blocker right back into the quarterback.
Kevin Weidel told us that ScoutSync has Woods ranked as the top prospect in this year's NFLPA Collegiate Bowl.
Sit down, Sam. Sit down. There's Millhouse right there.
Yeah, that was a pretty darn good bull rush.
Very good bull rush.
He deposited the guard right in the ground, and that's not good for the guard, but an excellent job by the defensive lineman.
Let's go to Kevin.
Yeah, guys, I've been impressed with Woods' hand placement. The quickness, the initial quickness. He's got heavy hands with some shock in them. He gets into blockers quickly. And I'll tell you what, he's shown a little bit of as a counter puncher as well. Bill talked about working the half man, done a good job there, and then getting that counter point and getting that leverage point and breaching that and finishing. Really impressive power in the upper body for Woods.
Little what Antoine Woods has been doing today. Big fella's got some dance moves.
Yeah, you know, you probably
He's got some feet.
You wouldn't pick him in a race, but in a 4-yard race, you'd pick him. That's what you want. These are the guys that are in that little box area that, you know, can they make things happen?
That's impressive. Those are heavy hands. What he just did with those bags indicate heavy hands. That bag went down quickly.
He's been almost unblockable. I mean, really.
He's extremely talented. You see why he has a high grade. We talked about motor before. He's going to have to prove that he's got one. But you can see that the physical talent is there.
Here's a big boy on the right tackle side.
Yeah, and that was a good job.
Pierce Slater, 6'7", 235. He might be a little more than that, out of San Diego State. And the one thing I know, Bill, they run there is a lot of power, a lot of big run. But he's not a bender. You know, he doesn't get him by his body set down so he can use those extremely long arms to punch. And he's a good athlete, but those are the things, like you talked about, these guys will have to continue to work on.
Rocky Long and his offensive line get off the bus running power, and they're really good at it. So you know he's not going to have a problem in the NFL with that. And he shows here really good anchor, really good hands, and decent feet. You'd almost say right now that he can be a guard, just based on that alone, and the fact that he is a power run blocker.
Yeah, San Diego State
Probably one of the biggest group of 5 offensive lines that you'll see. I mean, starting with Slater, his partner in crime, Darrell Green, number 77, moving in, playing the right guard position right next to him. He's listed at 335. The other 2 guys on the other side that'll be coming out next year, they're around 330. It's a big body group, and Donnell Pumphrey reaps the rewards, the outstanding back for the Aztecs.
Steve Hutchinson is the O-line coach for Team American, former first-round pick out of Michigan, 7-time Pro Bowler, and potentially a future Hall of Famer. Let's listen to Steve.
Oh, he fell for it. That was nice. That was a nice
That's
move,
a good
man.
move. It
Good.
sure was.
It's one as a quarterback, you just say, uncle, go down, quick.
You better have Boykin in the back.
Blue 80, blue. Here you go, sit it down, sit it down. All right, good. Hey. Way to sit it down. Nice punch. Nice punch. Blue. Stop, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, he was all the way out there. You set, and then you watched him go all the way across there, and then you lunge. Use your feet. Tackle. Let's go, Clay. Vertical. Blue 80. Blue. Nice, 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 nice rep, nice rep.
And you heard-
Vertical set, great
Yeah,
job.
That's exactly what I was
Great
going to say.
job.
He told him vertical, and you saw that. Gave the defender one way to go, kept his shoulders square to the line, and didn't turn his body.
Shit set. Hey, how can you go like that on the first one, and then go like, were you trying to jump him? Yeah, well, don't jump a 9. If you're gonna listen, if he's a 5, you can jump him like that. But if he's a 9 and you want to jump him, it's 1, 2, then you jump him. You have to get off to get the angle. He's not going to be here on the snap. He's going to be there. You have no choice. You have no chance. You have to go here, here, then you jump. The wider he is, you got to set off before you jump.
That's great coaching, by the way. A 9 technique is a defensive end who's aligned a man outside of the offensive tackle.
All right, I saw that coming a mile away. I saw that coming. He started to spin out here.
I'm going to tell you what now, based on this, if you're looking for a line coach, Hutch might be your guy.
Yeah, he does a great job with these guys. He wasn't bad either.
No.
There you go. Nice hands. Good job. Good job. Break.
Really good job.
Beck, what
Go,
constitutes
go,
a
go,
win for an offensive
That's
lineman
a
in this
win.
drill?
That's a win right there. That's a win. The defender gets nowhere near you.
Get high at the same time.
You know what a win is.
Absolutely.
You don't even feel his breath.
I'm just saying, it's tough to be on an island like this.
You're right. And this drill, and Hutch will tell you the same thing. You know,
That's
this
why
drill's a
Woods
little
again.
unrealistic because usually you
Yeah.
have bodies on the sides of you, at least for a tackle on the inside of you. Here you're one-on-one, and they really want to see feet punch. But again,
down.
number 99,
Hey,
Antoine
you know what?
Woods. He's starting to put multiple
you
reps
didn't
on
sit
tape
set.
that are continuous.
You got
Guys
your
are
hands
seeing
there,
his moves,
but
and
he
he's
was
winning.
here right from the get-go. You got to set off.
If you notice all the people standing around, including Coach Rob, who was an old offensive line coach in another life,
There you go.
this
Perfect.
drill
Now,
draws a
well, now you did
crowd
it that time, but then you felt,
at any training camp.
Well, you gotta
Well,
feel the
because
fact that you got
you're
in there, you got
seeing
no choice.
this is the
As a
primal
nose, this quarterback's right
attack.
behind
This
you.
is
You
the
can't
way
make
to
it there. You gotta
judge
go there.
people
So
in
fight
terms
over
of
when you
how
feel
they
it,
do
get your hip up.
technique-wise in an environment where it's them against the
Blue 80,
defender. And
blue.
for example, I'd find
job,
the best
Sam. Good
defender
job,
who is
Sam.
pro
Good job.
best defender who's probably Woods,
job.
and I'd match him against the San Diego State kid. And let's see one against one there. And that's
Try to
what
get that
happens
right
in
hand
training
inside.
camp.
Absolutely.
Yeah, a little more
And
control.
you can
You're getting up
coach,
there, but you're coming on the inside
but
pass.
yet you see who competes and who can master the techniques.
You know, yesterday we were watching some of these drills, and Kevin Weidel and I were hanging out
Hey,
with some
when you guys
scouts,
jump, if
and
you're
a
gonna
guy
jump,
whose
which I'm
name
fine with, on 3 steps,
kept on popping up was
Don't
number
jump like this.
91 on Team American, Farrington
like
Hugoton.
this.
Greg, you've
Okay?
covered the
You
SEC.
jump,
This was a
jump with your
kid
feet, get your head
who
back,
played
shoulders
behind
back.
Bud Dupree and Zadarius Smith.
Yeah.
2 pros. He finally got his turn, and he's got a chance.
And he looks the part. I mean, he's about 6'4", 285 in that vicinity. And like you said, he played behind 2 guys that have already excelled at the next level. One was a first-round pick, one was a 4th-round pick, and I think he was the most underrated 4th-round pick you could possibly find, with the exception of a handful of guys that went last year. So he'll get his hands up. He's a smart player. Obviously played against top-level competition in the Southeastern Conference, and
right? Don't just
He's a
keep
guy that's
kicking.
going to have an
You can't
opportunity
kick
just
7
because of
yards.
his
You're not gonna be able
frame,
to stop
build, and the level of play that he went against every single Saturday in the SEC to play on Sundays and
Blue.
see
Slow
if
down,
he's able
slow
to do
down.
it once he gets into a
There you
camp.
go. There you
Kevin,
go.
what do the
Better.
scouts like about
Better.
Hugoton besides that?
Well, I like the length. This guy's got strong point of attack skills. I called their game against Eastern Kentucky earlier in the year, and talking with defensive coordinator DJ Elliott, he said he was the most improved player from 2014 to 2015 on that defense. This guy's got good length. I want to see a little bit more with his hands. I think he needs to use his hands better as a pass rusher. Bill keeps harping on working a half man. He can do a better job at that. But this guy certainly can add some value as a guy that can stack against the run and hold up the edge there.
Good job. Break,
Wow.
break, 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 break.
That's a nice job because the offensive lineman got to change the direction by the rusher and reacted to it quite well.
That's Darrell Green right there. San Diego State, talked about him a second ago. Didn't play in the bowl game. Some questions about some of the decisions he made leading up. Didn't travel with the team to Hawaii, so sure that'll be something he'll have to deal with as he approaches this week and in the future throughout the draft process. But a talented kid nonetheless.
Nice to have two guys from the same team you can lean on. They're probably roommates here. Yeah. You don't get that often.
Green and Pierce Slater, 71, both from San Diego State.
That drill is really tough on the players, by the way. Rushing the passer and pass blocking are two of the most physically demanding jobs in the NFL. That's why 2-minute drills frequently work so well, because the guys get tired of rushing the passer. It's hard to sustain that for a long period of time.
All right, we're going to escape the trenches for just a bit. We'll come back.